Whew. That Roundup is bad stuff, man. And then when it mixes with other chemical adjuvants from the stuff they spray around here, it's really hard. The blood in the nose, the feeling in the kidneys, it's just really depressing. There's extreme reactions to the plants, to the chemicals, and these different things, and it slowly and methodically and viciously kills people. It's absolutely horrible. The horrible hopelessness and the thought process of being put into genocide kill zones and stuff is just, it's overwhelmingly depressing, and the hopelessness from it is worldwide pervasive. So, and after, waking up this morning feeling the way I feel and the dreams I had, and last night when I was watching that stuff from National Geographic with Morgan Freeman, no, it all makes tons of sense. I feel so like Judah Krishnamurti this morning. Okay, that's why they do this, that's why they do that. We don't understand their agendas because we're not part of the group. Okay. 1 in a million. The Messiah is more like the 1 in the billion kind of thing, or like the whole thing at the O.J. Simpson trial, for the DNA. You'd have to leave the planet to to have a DNA match to this guy. It's a 1 in 8, 1 in 16 billion or something like that. And they did an MRE on me thing, the little brain thing, when that car accident, when I was with Geico, and that car accident thing, and I bounced off the roof and everything, and there was no blunt force trauma and all that, but they have the kind of thing that they have on the guy in the prison that's the rapist and the killer. Okay, and I did get a lot of that from people that talked to me in Sierra Vista and here, especially here in Cruces when I came back home. You're Asperger's, you're a savant, you don't speak to people appropriately. Their science is not as good as me. And that's why I think the science is going to work better. Well, because I'm correcting the science. So it's going to work better, but I have to do it. Because I'm like that 1 in 16 billion. Right? And but it's not like that. It's basically like because I'm not the only one. There's the genetic molecular similitudes of Siddhartha Krishna. So it's more like 1 in a billion times. If we have 8 billion people on the planet, then it's like 1 in 2 billion, maybe something like that. Because you'd have the guy like Sun Yat-sen, the guy like D.C. So there's these few people, okay, that we need to correct our group thought processes that are selfish. Okay, Zoroastrianism is the same thing my mother told me with the Stoic thought, with the Jesus, with the yada yada yada. Okay, it's the Zeitgeist movie stuff. It's just yada 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 yada. Okay, it's just people that don't understand. Okay, things well enough to, and then they let the thought be pervasive so they can use it for population management and manipulation because they're addicted to the manipulation. The people that paint the walls in Egypt, this is over 3,500 years old. Yeah, and he's all excited about it. It's like, so they're drawing egotistical cartoons on the walls that they're 3,500 years old. And you're all excited about this? You're one sick motherfucker, Morgan Freeman. You know that? So is that stupid bitch you're with. Okay, can't stand those people. Remember that time I told you that one with the guy where the girl, they went into the pyramid and she got scared because it was all creepy in there and she peed and he got mad at her and chewed her out. This is like a church to us. It's like, yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's a killing field. You go into. I hate old churches, and I hate churches, period. I can't stand the building. I can't stand the pervasive, oppressive thought processes. I can't stand them. I don't go to them and think, oh, I'd love to spend the rest of my life in this building indoctrinating people, mental incarceration of, group-induced genocidal insanity. No. I wanted to coach basketball because I like sports and they're healthy. And I wanted a small little corner thing. I don't want the big offices and stuff. When I play the college basketball one and you're in the little office and you're at NAU, I never leave. And I never get the big hooty Judy offers at Kentucky. I just stay in the old crappy one because I'm comfortable there, and I like the mountains better than the city, you know, because I'm an intelligent person. Life's eternal, grace is infinite, right? And so they had the one on there. I kept watching some of it. They had the guy in New Zealand who says, you know, we need this. We need NASA to make sure we're doing the right thing through a virtual presence in our house. And then he tried to prove it by doing this experiment on the kids, right? He sits there and comes in and gives them a game that's competitive with a really nice reward at the end, like we have in school and we have on TV. And of course, the kids cheat and they act like little shits. Then they come in and say, NASA's watching, so you can't cheat. And then they don't cheat. And it's like, fuck. So we need assholes from NASA with virtual presence destroying our intimacy, destroying our sex life, torturing the women they use as an experiment that affects the kids in my life, so they won't accept what I'm doing because you're going to get tortured to death. And it's the only thing that will save you would be stem cell research. So then that means they did it and you didn't and you cheated. It's like, seriously? Serious fuckingly? And if we had lived the Lord's Prayer right off the bat when they started talking to me, because their science wasn't as intelligent as me in 2008 and 9, fuck, seriously, you guys feel it's a brain damage. It's a group collective brain damage. I'm like 1 in a billion. You guys get it? So it makes sense now. So I'm like going, oh, just line them up, knock them down. Morgan Freeman has no idea what an egotistical pile of shit he is, because he's hanging out with a bunch of egotistical pile of shits that I have to correct their science projects to save human beings from genocidal operations that they've done for thousands of years. And then they just did National Geographic just proved it. They're doing shit like that all the time. They did that to me at Sierra Vista right off the bat. I was like, well, you do this, why would you just do that? Okay, and it used to piss me off because they would work for like 30, 50 years on something. I would come in 5 minutes and they'd show me it and go, well, if you do that, that would just... It's a Picasso. Academics get the joke. Okay, it's like the physics joke that Penny told you. Isn't that a little? Yeah, it is. But jumping up and down on the bed. Yeah, to get that propaganda product sales, position. I got this. I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, if we have to use stem cell research for me to recover from them mass murdering people and getting people to mentally and emotionally accept it through bad brain scans, because they have all these 1 in a million. You have all those brain scans. All the people that you're taking brain scans of expect philanthropy as a way of life and given to them from cradle to grave. So definitely salesman. And then you guys do brain scans on me. Well, he's Asperger's. He's a fawn. His brain doesn't work right. I mean, Christian Betty, that brain doesn't work like. So they automatically assume through their bad science projects that we're like the rapist murderer in prison. Because my brain activity, because life's eternal and grace is infinite, I check out. Okay. And that's why they have the cops follow me around all the time. He's going to lose it. No, your science is off. I'm not going to lose it. Just like when the Amber Alert guy came when Amy and Barbara kidnapped the kids. And my family was part of arranging it because I was crazy. I was like, and they're like, why don't you act this way? Because how am I going to raise my kids to be loving like Abraham and me, okay, if I act like you? So I'm not going to act like you. I'm going to get pissed and chew you out until you, and prove to you what a worthless, narcissistic, eternal wretched pile of shit you are. You know, that's the whole thing. Is like, you're sitting there listening to him talk around that stuff around the pyramids. It's like, Pascal, if you give your children fantasy and manipulation and not faith and infinite glory of God and eternal existence of faithful loving, you're going to get eternal wretchedness. And then you're going to say, we're all eternally wretched. No, we're not all eternally wretched. Just the people that buy the program, just the people that accept the bullshit, and the people that create it, write it down, and pass it on. Zoroaster, that motherfuckers. And did you see that building? They're all self-righteous and doing all these, like Jesus said, they're vain repetitions and stuff. Those people, don't feel sorry for them. They should be paying attention. I'm the Messiah. People were supposed to know about me and be waiting for me and be aware of me and then do what is right to save their children from their egotistical, insane ego brain traps. Don't feel sorry for anybody on TV doing propaganda, putting on a show for vain repetitions. Don't feel sorry for, gosh, a faith-forsaken fucking one of them. Okay, I love you.